So it's winter once again. Well, I never paid much attention to winter back before I drove truck because it didn't really matter to me. I hoped, I hope it snows. We can go play in the snow and all that stuff. And, well, it's been 22 years now, 22 winters that I have been focused on winter. And you'd probably be like, well, why would you focus on winter driving a truck? Well, truck drivers in general, winter matters. And the reason why winter matters is because it's not that you're scared to drive in the snow or you don't want to do extra work. Although, a lot of people may be in that boat. I'm not in that boat. The first thing I figured out about winter, first year out, was I don't care how good of a driver you are, or how fast you can put chains on, or any of that stuff. The deal is that you're not going to make as much money, most likely. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to make as much money. And that is because with winter, you've got multiple things going on. You've got accidents, that closes the road or it slows traffic down. You get backups. You're not making good money if you're not moving. If it's closed, you're just sitting. And yeah, working at Walmart, we'll get what's called like a wait time or downtime. But you're only getting paid like $16 an hour, I think it is now. And that's not going to do very good compared to if you were driving. I don't know exactly the number. It depends on where you're based out of, what you'd get per hour. But I think a lot of times it's like double that, or it's a lot more, whatever it is. But so, winter, that's one of the reasons about winter. It doesn't even have to be snow. It could be rain. It could be landslides. It can be, wind. Oh God, the wind. Do not like the wind. I never worried about it when I used to drive tankers around. But boy, once I got one of these wind sail, 53-foot wind sails is what I call them. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that at all. But, yeah, so, you just making money in winter is hard to do. And, it is what it is. It's like, well, something's better than nothing, right? Well, that may be true with some jobs, but with Walmart, it matters if you're not having good days in the long run. And I'll tell you why. Because let's say you have a bunch of days that you're averaging out, you're only making like $300 a day or something like that. Well, that averages into your 12-week running average. And what that does is when you get PTO, paid time off, for one, you're not earning it as fast. So there's that. The more and more time you earn, the more and more money, and all lump sum, if you add it all up to the year, you're going to get to your total, what you made for the year. The other thing is that it brings your average down. And so when you go to take time off, whatever it may be, Christmas, birthday, vacation, you're going to get paid less. And all that adds up quite a bit. You have a $300 ADP or something. That's a huge difference between that and a $500 ADP. And these are some of the secrets I use. Well, they're not secrets, but some of the methods that I use is that, well, for one, I try to get high paid days if I can, because I want that average to be high. Secondly, I work a schedule that's not normal like the rest of the guys. I got like a 5 on, 5 off deal. And so the extra days I work actually get averaged into it, but it brings the average up because they don't use those as they don't count them as actual work days, if that makes sense to you. So, winter, I try to take winter or all of winter I can off. And you would think, well, why would you waste all your vacation days on just staying at home or, because it's winter? Well, because my average isn't getting screwed up, but your ADP stays the same if you're taking days off. And, the money I'm actually making at the time is actually going to be maximum, which at 501 is my ADP right now. So I don't have to worry about $300 days and that kind of thing. And not to mention, here at the house, we just got 5.5 inches here this morning. And I could be out here with the kids, getting constantly hit by snowballs. Apparently, I'm the target. And I'm videoing it, and these will be great memories for, later in life. And I'm not out dealing with this. And there's that situation where, you're out driving in the snow and you can get in an accident. If it lands up getting blamed on you, you can ruin your career. You can make it to where you can't get better jobs. There's just not much good about winter when it comes to driving a truck. But like I said, I'll take all the time off I can in the winter. Walmart doesn't care when you take time off, as long as there's a certain percentage can only be off at one time. And then once it goes past, I don't know what it is, like 10% or something, who knows. And then if I try to put in for those days off, then they'll tell me, well, no, we're already at the maximum. So, get it in early, and then you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. So I took 5 days off, and that gave me 15 days off. Well, I'm probably going to try to take another 5 days off, and then I'm going to land up with 30 days off. I guess that's right, or 25, I think. And that's going to do great. I was looking on the weather earlier. Out here in the West, we have things like Donner Pass, Snoqualmie, Siskiyou Summit, that's where you're going to land up going most of the time. And I was looking, and Donner Pass was calling for 17 inches of snow. It's pretty good possibility they're just going to close that for a few hours. Maybe not, but until they get it cleaned up, or until they get the accidents cleaned up. Well, I've avoided that whole thing, and I'm just sitting here at the house, out here having fun with the kids, stoking the fire in the house, just enjoying life. And I'm making more money doing it. As far as using your vacation time or your PTO during the winter, it's not really a problem here, because I've said it before. I think the new drivers get like 20, 25 days, I'm not sure, somewhere in there, they earn that much in a year. I've earned as high as 40, and this is counting the safety days. Also, we get 4 of those a year if you don't crash and burn. And so, I'm like up in the upper 30s or whatever it is. And plus, I work 5 on, 5 off, so what do I care? I got plenty of time off. So I have no problem using all the time in the winter that I can. And like I said, I'm making more money at the time. I'm making more money in the long run, because if I want to take some time off in June or July or whatever, then I'm going to get paid a lot higher because my ADP didn't get destroyed. Not very many people take winter off. I was quite surprised. They're all over June and July, the summer months. You've got graduation time for, your kids or grandkids or whatever. A lot of people take time off for that. Christmas, trying to take a bunch of time off there. Thanksgiving, holidays, things like that. That's where everybody just jumps all over that. 4th of July is a big one. And this year after year, I call in and go, hey, I want to take this week off, and this week off in January and February. And I'm like, are they open? 9 times out of 10, they go, oh yeah, wide open. Plenty of room. So, why not? And so, I'm not worried about putting chains on. I've been putting them on for years. I'm not worried about driving in the snow, but driving in for years. I've got millions of miles without accidents or tickets throughout my whole career. So, it's pretty evident that I'm trying to work smarter, not harder. And I'm not afraid to work either. But I'm not going to foolishly, throw money away, just because of the old thought process of just work harder. If you just go faster, or just put the chains on faster, drive the truck faster, find a route that goes around that mountain, that's further, but drive faster so you can make up for the longer miles. I'm not going to do that. That's just being dumb. If you want to be smart, you want to work smarter, not harder, then some of the methods I've told you guys about here, this is your best bet. And meanwhile, you can be at home with the kids enjoying some of this without being behind the wheel. So that's what I got for you guys today. And I'm going to be here at the house enjoying. Have fun out there. Catch you guys later.